Back again. Morning, guys. It's JA Outdoors. What I have to share with you today is a couple of builds and mods extending from this kind of kitchen-made bushcraft knife from last day. I want to share a couple of the pieces that I've done over the last little while. This was one of my first rat tail forge and fire attempts where I took a file and created, I guess it was a prototype for a neck knife, all one piece, where it creates the long handle into a curl and a little bit of a guard here, as well as a fingered choil. And it feels quite comfortable in the hand. You're really able to get up close with it and do some rather detailed work. And quite light, quite strong, and obviously because it's a file, very, very sharp. From there, I thought to make another sheath. I do like leather craft, and this was one of my creations as well. And the ring on here is just more or less to support the neck lanyard vertical carry like this, if you will. The knife slides in like so, right down, and it's quite a tight fit right up inside here. And what I also started including with some of my leather sheath builds is this little friction fit holder, which carries these kind of wooden threaded capsules. I think they were available on Amazon. Very, very fine threads. Inside, you could always put matches, extra kind of fishing line, charred cloth, anything like that. And it's basically a waterproof wooden capsule. I can also engrave anything on there that I wish with my engraving business. A little pencil perhaps, no paper, and that's just a friction fit down inside. And as you wet mold it, that's able to retain that quite well. The only other thing on here I'd probably do in the future is add some kind of an element of a fire steel, but that makes a great neck knife. Another build that came to me was this knife. I think it's an old Martini, like Finland knife, perhaps for fishing. And originally, it didn't have this handle on there. It was just the bare kind of stud sticking out the end. So I had a piece of antler, drilled out the inside, epoxied it on, sand the junction between the two, and that really lent itself also to a quick and easy bushcraft knife. And with this little kind of finger area here, it fit well into my hand. So because there's no finger guard, that holding my hand for any downward pushing, my hand can't slip forward up into the blade. So that gives me really good control. It's a little longer than I'd like for a bushcraft knife, but I'm not going to reprofile it right now. I did put a bit of an edge on there, but that's all I did for that one. It could second as with the antler, if you were ever to do any flint knapping. The antler would be a good way to do that. Or perhaps you could even sharpen one of these up and make it into an awl. With that, it also needed a case. So this was a rectangular piece of leather that I rolled over and stitched up the back. Put a little lanyard hold there. I think this was off an old camera case with a ring. And again, inside and pressure fit. But this one would lend itself well to a side carry, or again, neck carry off the front. Thanks, guys. Got lots of new projects coming up. One of my next ones is to revisit the idea of the kind of the dollar store bushcraft knife, and take another knife. This happens to be a Sola Janella professional grade stainless steel, again, a carving knife. But what I really like about this one is the big beefy handle. But if I were to cut this down to be a shorter knife in here somewhere, I think it would lend itself well to to a bushcraft knife. This happened to be a PVC piece of pipe that I heat molded over the fire, and with the holes in there for additional drainage. This slides right up, and again, that was a pressure fit. So that made a good, quick pack knife. Again, if you're ever needing a bushcraft knife cheaply, something like this would probably suffice until you feel the need to upgrade and move on to something a little more advanced. So those are a few quick builds and modifications, both knives and sheaths. If you enjoy, thumbs up, subscribe if you like, and I'll keep more videos coming. Thanks again. Enjoy the outdoors.